retail is going to be a big step for us. I hope that one day we will be in the supermarkets, the pharmacies, the Holland & Barrett's, the products that we have, the packaging, the designs. And I feel that we have a pedigree now. Previously, nobody really knew who Mobu was, but I feel that we're building something really special. Patience, I think, that's going to be the big thing. Mobu will be a global household name one day.
Small Biz Digital Media presents Connect, Convince, Convert, Inspiring Business Success Stories with Dave Bird, Steve Ennis and Martin Hill.
I'm absolutely delighted to welcome to you Mo Patel from Mobu Limited here in the heart of Worcestershire. Hi Mo, how are you?
Hi Steve, nice to meet you.
What got you underway in 2019 with the idea of Mobu?
The real drive for it came back in 2008 when my granddad passed away from complications, which were from vitamin B12 deficiency. I was very close to him and he taught me a lot of the values that I have today. And I think that really gave me a purpose in my life in which I wanted to help as many people as possible and create more awareness about these nutritional deficiencies, about all of these incredible products out there, and just try and raise awareness and help people who might be in a similar situation. I went to Loughborough University, which was a very, very sporty university. I was not really into sports or into health and well-being. I was doing a degree in business management. But being surrounded by that environment, it got me into my health and looking after myself. I got into running and started looking into all of these different supplements, the research studies, and I was very much into vitamin D3. And I wanted to share that information with someone and the benefits that I was feeling from taking it on a daily basis as well.
Back in that time, what did you make of the market and where did you see the gap and the opportunity for Mobu?
I was going to the retail shops in the city centre, going to the local pharmacies, and I felt very underwhelmed by what I saw. A lot of the packaging, a lot of the brands at that time in particular, boring, too serious. It put me off a little bit. So, for example, I was taking omega-3 at the time, and after finishing a bottle of 60 capsules, the only option I really had was to then go and buy another bottle. That gave me the idea for the resealable pouches because I didn't want to limit customers by having to purchase another bottle, and also it's more environmentally friendly as well. Yeah. So I wanted to add a bit of personality and excitement to what I felt was a very dull marketplace. And I have a wacky sense of humor, and I feel that I wanted to convey that in the branding and the packaging and be a little bit different and stand out from the crowd in that sense.
What was that thing that got you underway and launched in 2019?
I do feel that we are a disruptor, and I feel that we're doing things a little bit differently. Our packaging is very unique. It's visually very striking. One of the main ways to stand out was going to be through the use of color. At that time, I thought we were going to go into retail first. So the packaging was designed in the sense that when a customer walks past in that aisle, they only have a few seconds to make that decision and stand out amongst so many competitors.
How did you get to market in those early days?
I was taking pictures late into the evening of each of our products, each of our pouches, and trying to make it stand out visually on our online listings as well. Trying to basically give customers that Amazon Prime feeling on eBay. From day one, I wanted to create a platform where people can come to our website, for example, or see our branding and just feel that trust, that positivity, that happiness. And we use humor a lot as well on our website or through social media. And I feel that that's who we are. And we stick to our core fundamental values, which is just being transparent, being honest, especially in such a competitive space as well. There's new companies popping up, but I feel like a lot of consumers, they don't know if they can trust what they purchase.
When you started out, you were the business. You were doing every single thing in the business, and now you've a reasonably growing team, 8, 9 staff. So you've had to make that transition from the technician who did everything and now step away from that somewhat to be the manager stroke leader of the business. How have you dealt with that challenge and that transition?
I knew I was all in from day one when I started, and I was fully committed to the cause, and my name is actually in the company name because I thought it would create an unbreakable bond. Those early days were very challenging, very time consuming, but I absolutely loved every second of it. We turned our family home into a warehouse. We had boxes everywhere. We had shelving units. My parents believed in me, and there were many difficult moments during those first 2 years. Great support from them, my sister, my mum and my dad, who helped a lot. It's the people that makes the company, the people behind the scenes doing those daily tasks to a really high standard. And I always knew how important it was going to be to build a really strong team who fit the culture and the values that I have, and making sure that everyone's on the same page.
With the power of hindsight, what would you give as a piece of advice to the 2019 Mo Patel?
I would tell myself to not rush. I had so many ideas and I rushed into various different things. Not overthink things as well. I think it's important that when you feel something is right, to trust your gut instinct and just go for it. I think if I could go back in time, I would actually tell myself cash flow management is key to survival.
Yeah.
Putting in big purchase orders for inventory and then not having enough money in the bank to survive. Realizing that I wasn't going to be able to spend as much as I was on advertising in the previous month, for example. Cutting costs dramatically. It was important that I just focused on Mobu rather than other brands' products. All of those products that we sold for other brands, we made nothing. But one thing it did give me was experience. It taught me how to sell, how to market, how to advertise.
Tell us about what your vision is for the next 5 years for the business.
It's exciting because the growth year on year has been incredible, and I see us continuing on that trajectory. I see us launching more exciting products. We recently launched a range of vitamin gummies, which I'm very passionate about. There's a big issue out there for people that suffer with pill phobia, pill fatigue. The idea for that came through my sister, actually, who struggled to swallow tablets, but when I had these gummies, they were gone the next day. My sister at the time was 30 years old. And so that made me realize that this is not just a problem that children have. This is a problem that many adults have. And from the feedback we've gathered, gummies is just an excellent solution for that. So I'm really excited to build on the range that we have. In terms of goals for the next 3 to 5 years, I feel that retail is going to be a big step for us. I hope that one day we will be in supermarkets, the pharmacies, the Holland & Barrett's, the products that we have, the packaging, the designs. And I feel that we have a pedigree now. Previously, nobody really knew who Mobu was, but I feel that we're building something really special. Patience, I think, that's going to be the big thing. Mobu will be a global household name one day.
You've seen directly the passion that Mo has for the business. So if you've never experienced Mobu products, just go on Amazon on the back of this podcast, place a purchase for it, or watch out for them in a retail space, because this guy is one to keep an eye on for the future. Mo, been great to chat to you.
Thank you so much.
This episode of Connect, Convince, Convert was produced by Dave Bird and presented by Steve Ennis. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, so you don't miss any future shows.